What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today on Madden 20 franchise, and of course, we're talking the Super Bowl because it's so freaking close, and I should be excited, right? I totally should be excited. It's a fresh, kind of fresh teams in the Super Bowl, at least of the last, decade. But honestly, after the disappointing Packers loss, I've honestly tuned out of the real-life NFL for weeks. I watched, maybe 20 minutes of the Pro Bowl. To be fair, most of it was thinking about the whole Kobe Bryant thing. That was ridiculous. I mean, I just didn't even freaking think about the Pro Bowl at all. It was literally just looking up what happened, was it true, and all that. And then, of course, now with the game so close, I'll watch it. Obviously, it'd be kind of rude not to, but Packers were so close. But it's going to be interesting to think about, because the two teams, the Titans and the Packers, didn't put their best effort together on either side of the ball in the championship game. So it's going to be hard to grade how these teams are going to play. I think both teams definitely have weaknesses that can be exploited. I will give you my prediction for the game. It's going to be a hard one, though. I really don't know how this is going to go, because, I'll talk about it while this is on. The whole point is we're going to watch the AI. We've got a lot of time. Trust me. We're going to strap yourselves in, get your popcorn ready. This is going to be a long one. But we're going to talk about all the matchups, I think. Looking back 2 weeks ago as well, thinking about what each team did right and did wrong, both sides of the ball, and both teams in each game. The Chiefs, I think, have a slight advantage. Not by much, but a slight advantage. I don't think that running game is going to be much of a threat against the Niners, which makes you super one-dimensional. However, with the Chiefs, that insane passing attack, is that really a bad thing? Is that really a knock against them? Maybe, honestly. Now, I will say, I think the Titans secondary is probably a decent bit better than the Niners. You got a lot more talented players across the board there. However, the front four, I won't say front seven. Yeah, I'll say front seven. Nowhere near as good as the Niners. The Niners pass rush will destroy you. A lot of plays in that Chiefs-Titans game where it was, second, third, fourth reads. A lot of 5 seconds in the pocket situations, a lot of rollout last-second plays. Mahomes is athletic, but he's not a Russell Wilson athletic type. I don't think he's going to be able to get away with a lot of those scrambling things he did against Tennessee. This no one cares about. But then you look at the other side of the ball. Can the defense even come close to stopping the Niners? I think if the Niners are forced to throw the ball, it's no question the Chiefs win the game. It's not even a debate. And don't get me wrong, I think the Niners have a decent passing attack, but if you can stop their ground attack, GG, I think. In my opinion, Chiefs win. But that ground game, as much as the Packers aren't super great on defense, their players, I think, as a whole, are probably better than the Chiefs, but they're not coached better than the Chiefs. You can just tell, oh my lord, that could happen in real life. But I think the offensive line is going to do just as well as it normally would. But the coaching, that's going to be the difference. Is the coaching going to be good enough for the Chiefs to adjust to their zone blocking? Because they throw tons of block. From a third person's perspective, you're like, how are they doing this? It's super complex on the offensive line. And once again, it doesn't matter only about the players. It's all about the coaching. If they can figure it out and know what the scheme is like, they can stop the run. But if they have those gashing holes like they did against the Packers, yeah, I don't think many teams can win against that. I don't know. This is a tough one because I think the secondary is nowhere near, and I mean nowhere near good enough to stop the Chiefs. But that front, I think, is good enough to make it very hard to see those receivers. Tyreek Hill, without a doubt, in my opinion, is easily the fastest player in the league. And I'm not just saying by a little bit, just elusiveness, agility. He's so damn fast. There's no one on the Niners defense that can keep up with him. Not a single soul. Maybe Jimmy Ward? Barely? But, I mean, what can you do with that? If he goes against Sherman all day, I think the other guys are going to have a huge day themselves. You can't double team one player, honestly, because the next guy will get you. Kelsey will get you. The next guy will get you. I mean, you could say that with Kittle and all that, but Not as much because Tyreek is that X factor. He's just the dude. But yeah, it should be a good game. I honestly kind of hope the Chiefs do stop the ground game a bit, because even though the Packers probably didn't deserve to make the Super Bowl, I think it would have been so much more entertaining, even as a third-person perspective, not as a Packers fan, so much more entertaining to see those teams slinging out, because they're not super fond of running the ball. They can run the ball. Nice throw to the outside. Potential scoring drive here for the, well, most likely a scoring drive for the Niners. But yeah, I think it would have been a more fun gunslinger type battle, while the Niners are going to obviously try to run as much as they can. The Titans try to do that, but once again, I don't think the Titans' passing attack is that dangerous. I don't think their pass rush is that dangerous. Their secondary is better, like we said, but the league now, it's all about pass rush. It's all about pressure. And I don't know if there's a team that has done it better than the Niners last season. So, well, this season anyways. It's going to be a good one. Enough of my quote-unquote analysis. Maybe you guys think I'm just stupid because you're like a Niners fan or you're a Chiefs fan and you just think the complete opposite. You think your team's perfect. Speaking of perfect, that was a perfect opportunity for the Chiefs to score on defense. Damn. Speaking of defense, Frank Clark, Nandi, Chris Jones, and Terrell Suggs. And then those linebackers, oof. Not super strong linebacking group. DBs, not super strong either. Yeah, I think I give the slight edge to the Chiefs, but not by much, man. Expect a lot of big plays, especially for the Chiefs side. And ironically, a pretty big play there for Deebo Samuel on the Niners. That's not Deebo Samuel. That's Emmanuel Sanders. Is that? Yeah, Emmanuel Sanders. Okay, I'm not stupid after all. It turns out I think Deebo's 19, right? Hardman is going to kneel it in the end zone. So of course we will see our first look at the Chiefs offense. Who are you fooling? You're not running the ball. Mahomes is going to get sacked right out the gate by DeForest Buckner. That's a problem. Of course, I think the Niners pass rush does die down a little bit in the second half. You know what? Who wouldn't when you're giving it your all? So if the Chiefs can keep it within like 7 to 10 at half, whether they're winning or losing, they have a really good chance. I think even the Packers, you could say, oh, they were playing more conservative. That's why the Packers almost, kind of came back for a moment. No, I think honestly they adjusted. Packers adjusted, and the Niners were gassed a little bit. But of course, they just had so much of a lead. There was not much that could, be done. And if you weren't one-dimensional before, you definitely were down by that many points. And here, 7-0. That's what you don't want the Chiefs to, the Niners to get into. You don't want them to get that early lead here on 2nd and 14. They get about 8. It's now going to be a 3rd and 5 that could decide the entire freaking game. From the 30-yard line, Mahomes back to pass, and Travis Kelce. Not many players you can go to better than that when you need a first down on 3rd, 4th, whatever it is. From the 40, are we going to even see a run from the Chiefs today? And it spoke too soon. Really good play by Damian Williams to gain 12 yards. By the way, like and subscribe on the video for us watching 15 full minutes each quarter of the freaking AIs. Hopefully this is actually good. It started out really good. I was just talking a whole lot. Maybe you guys like my analysis. Maybe you didn't, but here we are. Stop complaining. Tyreek Hill does appear to be on the left side. Oh my God, Tyreek is burning. So is Sammy. This team, too fast, man. You don't have anyone open, and then you're like, oh crap, I'm playing the Niners. You look at that pass rush, boom, it's right on you. And it should have been intercepted by Ward. Instead, it's going to be another play, and they're just going to show the freaking roster like nothing happened. It's not like a game-changing play almost just happened. I will say it would be shocking as hell to see the Chiefs come out running the ball a lot. But if you watch that Packers game, man, the Niners were struggling quite a bit against the ground game. Here Mahomes rolling out a little bit, stepping. I mean, there's a lot of clock. He takes a sack, fumble on the play. There's a chance he was down, but there's also a chance he might have coughed it up before he hit the ground, before the ball came out. And, of course, it will still end up being probably a punt, going for the field goal. And it is still a broken Madden game. I don't understand that. Going to look to run the ball again. Huge hit. Wow, who came in there? Damian Wilson. Oh, my God. I don't even know if his name is Damian, but it is now. Oh, my God. He laid inside of him. It's still a huge play, but what an opportunity that would have been if they would have actually recovered the fumble. Over the middle, Kittle is going to burn Tyrann Mathieu. You might see that a lot. That's a huge conversion. No pass rush from the Chiefs on that one, and just about any quarterback's going to find that route. Going to be another run. Why not? And look at the find there. From the 32-yard line, Jimmy Garoppolo. A little bit of pressure, but still finds his man, Tevin Coleman, for the first down. All right, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to hand it off, and Jesus, the blocking. From the 25-yard line, Jimmy Garoppolo stepping into it, and don't get me wrong, it looked a little overthrown, but I think Kittle should have easily had that. I don't know if he just wasn't ready for it, but it's kind of a bad play. Like, you got to die. I don't even care if you're the freaking third-string snapper guy, long snapper. You dive for that ball, my dude. And here, Robbie going to take a long, well, maybe not a super long field goal, but gets the field goal down. 10-0. First and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Definitely need to put up some sort of points here, otherwise you're going to get into a really tough hole, and speaking of tough hole, barely slips it past everyone. See if they're going to actually have him throw it. A little bit of time management failures here. Barely getting the clock off there. Or the ball off. Speaking of the ball off, really good defense down the field by Tart. That was close. By the way, this match is taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. 15-minute quarters is insane. And speaking of insane, the catch there on the sideline, they're going to call PI, and he still holds on to the thing. What a monster. Mahomes willing to hand it off, and it's a smart call. Hit really hard on the play, though. Is this actually going to be a live ball? Fred Warner running down the sideline, gets the edge, takes it all the way. Is that a live ball? It looked pretty freaking close. It looked like he got popped right on the hand, which was holding the ball. Let's take a look. They're not going to show it. Really weird running by Fred Warner. Looks like that one Vine dude. God, I thought he was Carlton. Yeah, I mean, ooh. Like, the thing bobbles, right? But it doesn't really look like he doesn't lose it. It does come back. That was a questionable one. That one's, I think they made the right call, but I could have also seen the other side of it where they say, you know, call on the field stands. Nah, that's still a fumble over the middle. Huge, not first down, but huge starter to get that first down. Maybe even a touchdown. Tyreek Hill for about 6 or 7. If I was the Chiefs, I'd be a little worried of, having Tyreek over the middle. Get lit up by one of those linebackers, and honestly, you lose Tyreek, and that could be the game. From the 5, you got to think that this one's going to be a pass this time. It'd be really bold to go for 3 straight runs. They are going to pass. Quick throw to the outside, and yeah, I think they got a little too jumpy with that. No real chance in the world that that was going to go for a touchdown. Bucker going to go 0 for 2. He will not. 10-3. Jimmy Garoppolo. 3rd and 8. Huge chance to convert. Guy is wide open. Mr. Tevin Coleman again. A lot of receptions so far. The MVP of the game, if you will. Finally going to see another pass to the outside. Tyrann Mathieu seems to be anywhere that ball is. Very dangerous play. Not a good throw. It'll be a 3rd and 6 now. Be hard to believe it would be a run, but at the same time, their ground game is easily getting 6 yards a carry. They will not run. They will throw, and underneath, right down in the middle, right where those weak linebackers are. From the 46, Jimmy Garoppolo taking a shot underneath. George Kittle gains about 14, 15 yards. For the Niners, got to be pretty happy with the fact that they're able to play the game they want to so far. Not really having to conform to anything. Huge hit over the middle, game-changing hit, as that could be the difference between a field goal and a touchdown. We'll have to see on 3rd down here, though. I think it's pretty obvious that the Niners are choosing to throw the ball, not being forced to. Choosing to is, trying to mix it up a little bit more. And there's a huge sack off the edge by Frank Clark. Could see another wild miss, this time for the Niners. This one looks pretty good. It's a little short, but not a little short in the terms of making it. Not a whole lot of power there. Probably should have put more through, but enough to get it, and that's really the only goal, barely by about 3 yards. Of course, that front is going to make it very hard on them to try and complete that. Although right here, perfect blocking. Going to find his receiver underneath again. From the 42, Mahomes looking to throw. Has a guy deep. It's going to be Tyreek Hill down to about the 30-yard line. Mahomes not really missing any throws, but finally converting one for a long gainer. Just under 4 minutes left to play in the first half. And the Chiefs are knocking. Perfect throw, wide open player. We said they're not going to have an easy time covering Tyreek, and there's the first example of really showing up. From the 30, Mahomes, 2nd and 10. Screen pass, uh-oh. He's got it developed, and he decides to run away from his blockers. I like the inside move to try and capture some of the blockers, but then he needs to bust it back left. Game isn't coded well enough to do that, though, so it's going to be a 3rd and 4 after a huge tackle by, I believe, Richard Sherman. 3rd and 4 up the middle. Damian with a huge run for the first down to the 20. About a minute left. Going to be in motion again as the running back. They're going to blitz, and I get why he threw it quickly, but not a great read. 3rd and 8 from the 18-yard line. Mahomes find his man open. Perfect throw to the outside to the 3-yard line. Tyreek Hill burning Sherman and company. Really good strike to the 3, man. Wow, what a play. So far, potentially the throw of the game. And there are a lot of options now to try and get this touchdown. I like this image. I really like it. Both teams fighting hard, game planning, scheming together. Season on the line. Holmes steps back to throw. Finds Kelsey. Good drop, honestly. Risky play here against that front. Mahomes all the time in the world. Finds his man, Travis Kelsey, for the first Kansas City touchdown of the game. A little bit of slow starts from the postseason Chiefs, but overall, very much in this one with that touchdown. Let's be honest, is most likely a run. Or not. I guess they're going to get aggressive, which is dangerous. However, get yourself a nice, 12-yard gain there. Get the ball moving. 39 seconds left. Jimmy Garoppolo with the pump fake. Smart call. To the 50, good timeout right away. They're going to need to go a little bit deeper. I like the setups from midfield. Jimmy Garoppolo has the ball. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a shot, and that's an open man. Deebo Samuel open on the play. That's most likely a field goal setup shot there. Can go to the middle of the field, but you want to get a little bit deeper. That's a really good play. I think you try to hurry up here if you can, which they will not. From the 21, this is something telling me the Niners are going to really blow this opportunity here. This can't be anything but a shot to the end zone or shot to the sideline. From the 38-yard line, Jimmy Garoppolo to the outside, and that's dangerous. Not only do they lose a yard, but he stays in bounds, and that is going to be a waste. Jeez, what is wrong with this game? 13-10 to end the first half. Really hope something like that doesn't happen to end the fourth quarter, because that would be quite an anticlimactic video. Very similar. Look at the similarities here. No takeaways. A little bit more yards per play for the Niners, but overall yardage points, very, very similar. Here's some of the highlight plays. Of course, that Fred Warner one didn't count, so I'd prefer if they would stop showing it to us. I don't want to see him run all the way back on something that didn't actually count. Yeah, once again, didn't count. Bring it back. All right, just do what you want. See you later. Here, Jimmy Garoppolo to the outside. Good old Emmanuel Sanders slipping it for that touchdown. Looks like the Chiefs will get the ball to start the second half, so on par with what they want to do to try and win this game. Starting the second half off with the kickoff. Ball will be very deep, so no return from McCole Hardman. 2nd and 12, and they're going to run the ball, which is super bold, but not bold in a good way. That's already a drive derailer. Drive is dead. All right, 3rd and 9, huge opportunity for both sides here. Lots of time to throw, and a dime to Tyreek Hill, just barely over the shoulder. What a perfect strike. Could not ask for a better ball, and honestly, this couldn't ask for better coverage. Let's take another look at this. Was that Sherman in coverage? It was, but I mean, that is so freaking close. You got the safety drawn over, and then Sherman even keeps up. Barely misses the hand. Look how close that is. We see a magical strike for a touchdown. Mahomes, lots of clock. Picked off by Sherman on the deflection, and that was a magical throw. Just last second got a hand in there, and honestly, still should have caught the damn thing. I would like to see a close-up of this, and I think we will, because, of course, Sherman did come away with a turnover. Taking away points is a huge swing of events. Mahomes throws it outside, Really great last-second hand, but Tyreek got 2 hands versus 1. You really need to win that battle. It is at their own 13, though, so if they can get some defense going, really good play by the linebacker. Garoppolo going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be caught by, I believe, the backup tight end. No, it's Levine Toilolo. Damn, that is an unfortunate player to give up a first down to. Huge, but not a great player getting open or catching the ball at all. All right, Jimmy with the handoff. This time the cut move actually kind of works. Gets about 9 yards in the play. Garoppolo with the play action. Ooh, it could be a huge setup, and it is. It's going to be caught down the sideline by Deebo Samuel, who has been making plays like that all season for them, especially in the second half of the season. And that's an insane play. You can't even feel bad as a Chiefs defender. There's nothing you could do. There's nothing you could do there. Perfect coverage. Deebo goes up, snags the thing, and changes the outcome of this game on one simple catch. And by simple, I mean one as the quantity simple. The actual execution is far from it. That was insane. Jimmy, once again, no one back there to help him block, and that's once again got to be a pick. Bunch set to the right. Could be another quick screen look, which would not surprise me with the way both teams have played. Kinda. Over the middle, wide open is Kendrick Bourne. Is it Kendrick or Keldrick? I think it's Kendrick Bourne to the 9. Jimmy Garoppolo is actually having a very precise game, and offensive line is playing almost perfectly so far. Potential another one or a quick throw to the outside. Which will it be? Neither. Over the middle, he's got a look. Almost stripped, but instead down to the 1 and potentially hurt him on that play there. I mean, obviously he's hurt on the play, but hurt on that strip attempt. You're going to go heavy formation. If this isn't a pitch, though, I think that the Chiefs have actually got this set up. Got a lot of names there. You're going to go with the play action. Smart look, but he had the fullback, Kyle Juszczyk, naked. I get there was pressure from the blitz, but great pickup, I believe, by Tevin Coleman. And the fullback was naked. Look at the right side of the field. Wide open. You can't see it from there, but look at him. 44 is open. That should have been a 2-possessioner. Almost blocked, but also very dangerous because that could have been a roughing the kicker penalty. Good no call, but that was close. Look at that. Ooh, it was close. All right, skipping ahead a little bit. The Niners do have the ball back. Chiefs couldn't do a whole lot with it. And it's a 3rd and inches. Huge opportunity for the Chiefs. Going to be the 4th quarter start. Why would you hike that before anyways? We'll see. The stop in general is what matters. Just about right on that line. Play action look, no pressure at all. Underneath. Ooh, right through the middle. Once again, a play where they swat it. But, I mean, the ball's right there. You know, they're not diving for the ball last second. They're not barely getting their hand on it. These are plays that, you know, should turn into picks. I mean, that should be a pick. These linebackers are really letting the Chiefs down. We knew they would, but in a completely different way than expected. Of course, it's a bit of a long field goal. You definitely believe in Gold to hit this, but he's had a little bit of a shaky season. It's up, and it is through, so Chiefs down by 9. That offense has been pretty much neutralized so far. I wanted to skip a little bit ahead once again, and we see the Niners with it was a huge, 40-yard run, and a huge stop there on the 2-point conversion. As you can see, that 2-point conversion would have won them the game pretty much, but now the game is still open. The Chiefs have a chance. Of course, they're going to need a little bit of a miracle. They're going to need to start moving the ball, but definitely doable. Here it is, a little bit of a, decent chance to return it, and takes it all the way down about the 33. All right, sped up a little bit. 5.5 minutes left in the game. 28-yard line. It's going to be a screen pass. Set up pretty nicely. Got to think he's got to break that tackle or something. From the 22-yard line, 2nd and 4. Right, here we go. Can this Chiefs offense bust through this impenetrable wall of a defense of the Niners? Over the middle, clutch play. I think that's a first down. I think you really need to start hurrying up, though. Could see an over-the-middle play to Sammy Watkins for the touchdown. Or Tyreek down to the 3. This is clutch. You got to hurry up there. All right, if you're the Chiefs, because you wasted all that clock, you need this to be a touchdown in the first play. Can't waste those timeouts, that's all I can tell you. Got a linebacker over in the slot against a receiver. That's who they should throw to. Good find on the spin. gets his man, Demarcus Robinson. Do you take the 2-point conversion now, or do you wait to at least give your team a bit of hope? I feel like you probably wait, right? I think you wait. And they will wait as long as Butker doesn't miss it, which he did miss a field goal earlier. That would have changed the game a little bit. They will be down by 1 touchdown. I think you debate an onside kick. 2 minutes left, you probably do take that onside kick. Let's see if the Chiefs can hit it. Let's see. I know the second half was a little bit weirder than the first, but there was pretty much nothing. And I mean pretty much nothing happened in the second half. You seen the touchdown there. Outside of the Niners touchdown, there was literally no points. There was nothing. All right, can't tell if they're going for the onside yet. I think the fact that they're not lined up yet probably means that they are. They're really going to kick this deep. Under 2 minutes left, you got to really believe in your defense, which I don't know if there's a team in the league that should have that kind of confidence against the Niners. I mean, it kicks it out of bounds, too, and no hit stick chance or anything. Only first down you can allow is right on the first play. That's literally it. Tevin Coleman, total of 127 yards on the day. Big shocker. Big shocker they had a running back do well. Of course, you know they're going to run the ball. A lot of teams knew that all season long, but has it really made much of a difference? Not really. And here, they already just about took the victory. 9-yard gain. You got to just let them have the first down at that point, because now it's 2nd and 1. You have to make the stop. 2 plays in a row. I don't know if they can do it. I just don't. I think you got to run goal line, really. Got to set this up like the trend. I mean, you look at the matchup here, and they're just getting beat off the line. Where are they doing? This is GG. Although a terrible play call by the Niners leaves them throwing the ball, losing about 1.5 yards. Okay, this is interesting now. Give me another run look. Similar to their first play, set up the same way as the Chiefs set it up the same way as last time. And they're just going to let them walk right free. I mean, there's no urgency at all from those linebackers, and it's going to be a GG. The Niners are going to win the Super Bowl 25-17. That seems very familiar. Is that not like a recent Super Bowl score? No. If I'm going to have to guess, I'm going to say in real life the Chiefs are going to win 34-24. Which I think is a pretty damn good score. And I rhymed like a little nice person. I'm tired, which is just great to record. It's such a important video a lot of people actually might watch. But regardless, it was a fun one for me. Hopefully it was a fun one for you. Of course, we got to see some highlight plays. We got to see the yards, the stats. And that's about that. You know, we got to see the ceremony and whatnot. Will we see this in real life? I don't know. It's a great question. Great question. I can't tell. I can't tell, but I do know there will be red confetti. Mark my words, there will be red confetti no matter who wins. That's just my prediction. I don't know how I'm going to figure that, how I figured that one out, but there's going to be some sort of red confetti floating down to the ground. Here's some of the highlights. A little spin-a-rooney touchdown right near the end of the game there. To the outside, a game-changing play by Deebo Samuel on, was that 3rd and long? I don't even know. Emmanuel Sanders slipping off for the touchdown, I believe the first touchdown of the game. Tevin Coleman with a huge rushing touchdown, which of course was what set him up with that 2-possession lead. And once again, they keep showing a play that just never happened. Jimmy Garoppolo is your MVP of the Super Bowl. 332 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, and a 72.2% completion percentage rating. Can't really ask for much more from your quarterback, especially when everyone's been giving him slack the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the last 2 games. And the San Francisco 49ers are your league champions with a lot of upside and a huge window and slash ceiling to work from. A lot of young players that are just only going to get better more than likely as the years go on. Really, either team wins. Whoever wins is going to have themselves a very good shot at a dynasty, like a very good shot. Mahomes and Jimmy, kind of similar. You would expect the numbers to be a little bit swapped. But yeah, overall the Niners were just outgaining the Chiefs by quite a bit. Damian Williams with 8 catches for 20 yards. I think it was time to let that go. The receiving game for the ground game, for the running back, it just wasn't happening. Butker with his miss. Robbie Gould did not miss. A bit of a game-changing miss, but overall, nothing crazy. Anyways, though, that is going to be the video. If you guys did enjoy it, maybe leave a like on it. If you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe. We do a bunch of kind of weird stuff like this, weird little experiments where we watch the games or we'll play and do weird commentary. A lot of franchise in general as well. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Follow my second channel or subscribe to my second channel on YouTube, PKR Plays. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video, but until next video, see ya!